video on a major safety hazard that is fairly common in RVs and motorhomes. It has to do with the ovens. This particular oven is a Magic Chef. I'm not sure if the other brands that are common in these things have the same issues, but I know this issue is common. I read multiple threads when I was researching the issue. However, I haven't seen any with this particular cause. The other causes were related to valves and loose connections. So there was an explosion. It happened to me twice. So if this happened to you, don't make the same mistake I did and keep trying. Shut everything down, diagnose the issue, and fix it. I thought the reason why I tried it twice is because I thought it had something to do with my exhaust fan pulling the propane up, and not pulling it up from the burner, not allowing it to light from the pilot. And when it happened again with the fan off, I knew that wasn't the problem. The second explosion was much worse. It blew my window out. The window right outside, right in the kitchen, right next to the front door. Okay, so can you see that? There was a hole worn in the aluminum gas line from, switch it around, from rubbing right here. And it wore that hole in it. One day it was working great. The next day there was an explosion. And it was pretty bad. I singed all the hair off my arms, my eyebrows. I had to use aloe. It was like a really bad sunburn. I didn't blister or anything, but it could have been much worse, I guess. Anyway, so it was I just want to show how I fixed it, and it wasn't that bad. So I didn't have to pull the whole oven out like you probably would if you fed it through the original way, back through that hole. I used the original connections, and I didn't use aluminum this time because aluminum is much softer. At least that aluminum line is much softer than the copper line that I ended up using. So I ran it over, fed it through where the main line is coming from the tank, and let me see here, get a light so you can see in there. And you can see the old line. I just bent it down, and I just snaked it through, bent it and formed it the way I needed it to, and kind of snaked it in. It was kind of similar to if you've ever had to pop a lock on a car door that you locked your keys into with a coat hanger. It was very similar to that, fishing it through there. My original plan was to disconnect the line and use the existing line to fish the new line through. I was probably going to tape them together and use it to feed it down as close as I could, and then try to snake it in through the hole, but that did not work out because the original line is screwed to the back of the oven, or right behind the stovetop where this line is still attached. I didn't go that route because I did not want to pull the whole oven out. So I just followed it in there, ran it straight down and connected it to the valve, and I was able to use the same fittings. If I were you, if I was doing this again, I would buy new fittings because I had to do some modification and fabrication to the fittings because the copper line was not the exact same size as the aluminum line. I thought they were both 1/4 inch, but I don't know. I guess the aluminum is a hair thinner. So I had to file and sand it with sand the pipe a little bit with 220 to get it to fit, but it worked. Make sure after you complete the repair to use soap and water on the joints, on the fittings, and turn the gas on and make sure there's no leaks. And that's it. It's not that bad. It took me a day. Probably, I wouldn't say a day. It was like probably a good 4 hours to diagnose the problem and to get the repair done. And that's it. I hope this problem doesn't happen or didn't happen to you. But if it does, that's how you fix it. Thanks for watching.